Hi everyone, and welcome to our STEM Craft Carnival for projects involving wind and sound. Now we've got 3 crafts that we're going to be making up today. Some are easy while others are a bit hard to make, but they all have some fun elements to them. The 3 experiments that we're going to be making up today are going to be a bee buzzer, singing spoons, as well as a wind catcher. You can pick up prepared craft kits at the First Colony Library. Please note that we have a limited number of kits available on a first-come, first-served basis. But don't worry, each of these items can be found in either the office, party, or craft supplies section at the store. Now, as we make up these crafts, we will go over briefly the science involved and some applications of these crafts in everyday life. Ready to get started? All right, here we go. To make our bee buzzer, we will need the following supplies. We're going to need scissors, a stapler, as well as a pencil and a black marker. We will also need some string, adhesive putty, a rubber band, and a popsicle stick. And finally, the last few items we're going to need are some yellow construction paper or cardstock and a ruler. First, we're going to fold the yellow paper hamburger style. Then I'm going to take our popsicle stick and I'm going to lay this along the folded edges and make 2 pencil marks on the fold, each half an inch from the ends of the stick. Next, we're going to draw a curve between the 2 marks to make the outline of the bee's body. Then we're going to cut out our bee. Now when we unfold it, it is going to look a little bit more like a butterfly, but that's okay. It's going to stay folded for the experiment. Next up, we're going to put the popsicle inside the fold of the bee and then staple the stick in place through the paper. Now we're going to cut a piece of string at least 20 inches long and tie it securely around one end of the stick. Now that we've attached our string, go ahead and draw on your bee's stripes and their eyes. Next up, put a piece of adhesive putty over each end of the popsicle stick, making sure that it stays firmly in place. Now, we're going to stretch the rubber band over the putty. If the rubber band is not tight enough, it'll need to be swapped out for a smaller rubber band. And now comes the fun part. Open up the paper wings slightly and then find a spot either inside or outside where you have plenty of elbow room so your buzzer does not hit any objects or people. Swing the bee around in a circle and listen for sounds of buzzing. The science in this experiment is that the string is pulling on the bee and it keeps it straight as it spins faster and faster through the air. This is known as centripetal force in action. This force is what keeps the bee moving in a circular path as we swing the string around. Now, where else might we see centripetal force all the time? Roller coasters. The loops of the roller coaster employ this force when the cars go upside down. Centripetal force keeps them moving in a circular path and the riders in their seats as they finish going through the loop. Now, the slightly loose rubber band, that makes aerostatic flutter as it's moving through the air, which is when a flexible object moves through fast-moving air and flexes back and forth. The rubber band is actually flexing as fast as a bee's wings, which is about 200 times a second. Engineers take aerostatic flutter into consideration when they design or build aircraft and bridges that could be affected by fast-moving air. In 1940, for instance, the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, the world's third largest suspension bridge, was hit by strong winds and began to shift back and forth. It began to flex so quickly that the motions tore the bridges apart, and it collapsed. Eager to not see this happen again, this is why engineers take aerostatic flutter into account when they're coming up with a design. Next up, we're going to make some singing spoons.